Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Starting to plan some hunts, starting to mess with some loadouts and some gear. Found myself in the market for a good, breathable, active mid-layer outer shell for some hunts that are coming up in August and October this year. And coincidentally enough, there are two companies that released brand new items that match that criteria. And so today I'm comparing three jackets, one being one that's been out for a while. So let's just jump right into it. You guys know what it is. Starting off, I've got the GOHUNT Atmosphere jacket. Pretty sure they sold out. I was lucky enough to grab one for a buddy of mine, and he lended it to me to do some testing and a review. Thanks, Rim. So jumping right into specs, this is new for 2025, just came out. This is the GOHUNT Atmosphere jacket. So right away at price point's coming in at $199. Insulation is the PremiLoft Evolve, matching another jacket that we have here. Weight 12.7 ounces, 20D nylon ripstop exterior. It is a full zip jacket, and yes, it does have two hand pockets and they are zippered as well. This comes in two different colors, this GOHUNT camo and a gray. Moving on, we've got another jacket, new for 2025, the First Lite Navigator. I was pretty pumped to hear about this, right there with them. So this jacket is coming in at $200, so right there with the GOHUNT Atmosphere. It actually has their proprietary, I think that it's the 37.5 active fleece, so they've developed that on their own. It is not a PremiLoft insulation. I think they've weighted that a little bit heavier at 112 grams, I think is what they said. It comes in at 12 ounces, so right there, 12.7, 12. And it actually has a different exterior than the other two here. It's got a 30D, and it is a woven polyester material, so a little bit different than the other two, which are 20D nylon ripstop. So it is actually, this is the big difference here with this one. Two things. Number one, it's a pullover instead of a full zip, and it's got kangaroo pockets. Get this though, they insulated them. So they put the insulation on the inside of these pockets, which is the only one of the three that has insulated pockets, and they're pretty nice. I did enjoy them when I was testing it. This jacket, First Lite, coming in at the top of the food chain as far as color offerings. They've got 7 colors. 3 of those being good, neutral browns and greens. So this is the, I don't know, the brownish one. They've also got another lighter brownish gray, and then they've got a green. So they're offering a lot of colors, which is great. Enjoy that. Everybody's going to solids, folks. Now, here's the reigning champ. It was released in 2022. You knew it was coming. The SITKA Ambient. This is the 100. So these 3 jackets are very comparable. Now, originally retail where they weren't comparable was the price for this SITKA jacket. This thing came in at $299 retail, but right now it is very comparable at a $209. So all these jackets are within 10 bucks of each other. So I mean, what are you going to do? Just like the GOHUNT Atmosphere, it has the PremiLoft Evolve at 100 grams weighted, 13-ounce jacket. So you've got 12.7, 12, and 13 ounce. So they're all within an ounce of each other as well. Again, 20D nylon ripstop, same as the GOHUNT supposedly. Full zip, zippered hand pockets, but this one has a zippered chest pocket as well. 6 colors available, only 2 solids, and the solids are, I mean, it's this dark brown, which I'm not a huge fan of. Don't hate it, don't love it, kind of indifferent. It's also got a dark green color. So here's my thoughts. And I'll just say, I haven't done a bunch of heavy testing, guys. I haven't had these for a year. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, okay? And a lot of this information is subjective because now we've gone through the actual technical specs. Now we're down to my findings, right? So take them with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to help you if you're curious about these jackets without having to spend $700 to get your hands on them. $700, roughly. So first off, important, fit and finish. It's a big thing, right? Everybody's like, I don't live near Shields. I can't get my hands on anything. I've got to order it, return it, whatever. Fit and finish. first off, SITKA, it is the snuggest of the three. It just is. If you're 6'2", 175, it's going to be great. I'm 5'10", 210 right now, right? Like, it's a little snug for me. Length is good. Sleeves are great. I'm wearing a large. All of these are larges for me. Now we're talking fit and finish. So SITKA fits the tightest. Now, finish. It just feels really nice. It's really nice. It's a nice jacket. So the build is great. It's a little bit, to me, it feels a little stretchier than the other ones as well. So the other ones do have stretch. They're all got some stretch to them, but the SITKA feels quite a bit stretchier. All right, moving on to the First Lite Navigator. So for me and my body type, my personal preference, the First Lite Navigator fit me the best. I enjoyed the fit of that jacket the best. Me, I'm not a huge fan of the pullover. That's kind of a drawback for me. I'm looking for a full zip. If just ease of use, right? Taking off, on, layering, stuff like that. I do like a full zip. That's what I was after, but overall, the finish of this is great. I mean, First Lite did a fantastic job. The fit, again, I prefer the fit. It's my favorite out of all three of these. That's just me and my body type. Moving on to the GOHUNT Atmosphere. It is the loosest of the three. It's the longest and the loosest, mainly in the torso, the midsection. It's not super tight in the shoulders. You know, you feel fine drawing, all those things. If you're a guy that's got a little bit of a belly on you, you may want to look at the GOHUNT. That may be the best fit for you. Or if you really want to start layering and use it more of an outer shell, it would be a great jacket as well. Moving on, another category that I wanted to note is noise. So out of the three, right immediately, the SITKA and the First Lite were very close in the noise of the outer fabric. I would say maybe the SITKA edged the First Lite a little bit, but it's two different materials, and you know, the First Lite is 30D woven polyester. The SITKA, I believe, is a 20D nylon ripstop. So technically, the First Lite should be a little bit hardier at being 30D versus 20D, but they're two different materials, so who knows? Now, the GOHUNT Atmosphere is by a good margin the loudest of the three. That may not be a huge issue for you. Am I saying that you're going to get blown out every deer you draw on? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it is the loudest of the three. It's supposed to have the same exterior as the SITKA, but something happened along the way that it got a little bit louder somewhere. So, breathability and warmth. Okay, here's where I did some testing. I did two different tests. I did something to actually visualize the difference in the thickness or the insulation thickness. And so what I did was I took two equally tall segments or shelves, basically, put a light underneath it, and I locked all my camera settings so all shots were equal, and I took a bunch of pictures of this light shining inside out, exterior up through the insulation, so that you could see the actual thickness or the pile or whatever you want to say of the insulation of these jackets. So it shows you basically which ones are thinner than the others. And that directly reflected my findings in the next test I did, which was I took, it was about 40, high 40s maybe, went outside and I took my big shot fan and stood in front of my shot fan in the 40s for a few minutes with each jacket, and actually went through them a couple different times just to see, hey, you know, maybe it speaks to breathability, maybe it speaks to warmth. You know, I don't know. I think, you know, the ones that you feel colder in may breathe a little bit better. And that's what these jackets are created to do. They're not meant to be brush busting. They're not meant to be super, super warm, like, oh, I feel cold in it. Well, it's meant to be a breathable, insulated jacket. So it's different than a puffy. It's different than these things. So my findings in the testing that I did was that the SITKA was the warmest. I was the most comfortable standing out there in the fan. It also reflected that with the light test. It was the thickest. There was the least amount of light coming through that. Now, does that mean that it's going to be the least breathable? I don't know. I have no idea. It's supposed to have the same insulation amount and type as the GOHUNT. Well, the GOHUNT was the exact opposite. It had the most light that was able to come through, and it was the chilliest of the two. Does that mean it's going to breathe more? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have the testing long term to do that. I'm just saying the GOHUNT was definitely a little bit cooler, and the light came through, so it seems to be a little bit of a thinner, less insulated jacket than the SITKA in my findings. The First Lite was middle of the road. It was kind of right there. It breathed well. I did feel a little bit more cool in the testing than with the SITKA, but warmer than with the GOHUNT. And it had about even, middle of the road in between the two as far as the amount of light that pierced through the outer layer into the insulation. So all of this, I just want to stop and say that all of this is subjective, right? Fit and finish, that's body type. That's what you prefer. If you're wanting this jacket to be super breathable, maybe you don't go with the SITKA, maybe you do, right? It's all about informing you guys so that you guys can make the best decision and buy the jacket that's going to fit your hunting application, your body type, and what you need. So hope that helps, guys. It's kind of a quick rundown, quick testing, quick facts, quick opinions. Good luck this year. Stick with us. We've got 3 main hunts coming up. We've got Alaska hunt, caribou and wolf in August. We've got a amazing bull tag for Dad in October, and then hopefully Rim and I are going to go chase some cats in New Mexico or Colorado, and that's going to be sometime this winter depending on weather. So stick with us. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. We'll see you soon.